So moving across to the next page under operation. Timeline insertion follows playback, basically is the N key when you're in keyboard focus mode. So that state will change depending on how often you're hitting the N key. The back forwards amount down here, you can see this is by default on 5 seconds, should I say. I tend to find that a little bit too long, and I'll flick it over to 4 seconds in timecode. But keep in mind that this back forward amount, so this relates to the back and play button on the icon series of control surfaces. So this is the button that affects how far you're going back with the back button and the back and play button. You do have a different value for example, bars and beats. Could be 3 bars. And then in time code, you can have a different value to what's going on in minutes and seconds. You might leave that on the default of 5 seconds. So depending on the main ruler that you've got visible, you'll get a different back and forward amount. Let's flick back over here to time code. All right, what other things are important in here? Transport record lock, this one here. This comes in handy if you're using double functionality. Basically, it means that when you engage record, the default behavior in Pro Tools is after a record pass, after it has recorded, you hit stop and it will disengage the record arm on your track. This will actually leave the record arm, the system state in record, even though you're stopping and starting playback. So it will constantly drop in and out. So this has a lot of benefits for people recording voiceovers or for dubber functionality or things like this where you're printing down onto other tracks. It can come in really handy. So transport record lock, be aware of that one. Always change your open-ended record allocation to some sensible limit here, depending on how long you're going to record for at once. If you're in the vein of doing feature films and dubbing them down in a single pass, then you may want this to be limited to the duration of a feature film, or blow it out 200 minutes, 300 minutes, what have you. Keep in mind that whatever value you put in here, if it's 200, 300 minutes or 400 minutes, it's still going to be a lot less of a drain on of the system resources than using all available space. So just tick it over to something that makes sense to you for your type of work. We also have the quick start dialog down here to show or close that when you open up. So that's new in Pro Tools 8. If you turn that off, then you'll get the legacy behavior of just opening up your session straight away. For people with Icon, this can come in handy because you often have your last session will come up on the control surface itself, and with the quick start dialog in the way, you can't get to that. So be aware of that one.